Last week we spoke about this verse. And the Lord God said, "It is not good that man should be alone." We talked about this first part. It is not good for a man to be alone. And the verse continues, "I will make a helper suitable for him." So today we will talk about this part. We will focus on this first part right here. I will make him a suitable helper to him. Let's think about the following question first. Why do we get married? Why do people get married? Is the single life good? The single life is good. It does have positive points. But the married life, when you have a good marriage, it is way better. No doubt about it. So if you get married, what is the motivation? Why do you marry another person? We can say that when we get married, it's because we hope for a better life than the single life. Do you agree? Why do many people say that they don't want to get married? Because they don't believe that they will have a better life than when they were single. Because they have only seen bad marriages, bad examples. But those who get married, they do it because they hope that their life with this person will be better. We will unite. We will enrich each other. It will be better all around. I will have someone by my side. I will have a good partner. I will have someone who will help me. Somebody who loves me, who will be faithful to me, who will form a family together. Alas, we get married because we believe that being next to this person, our life will be even better. This is your expectation. So, when we get married, we have to understand what was God's plan for this to work. When he said that it is not good for a man to be alone, he projected that woman to make the man's life better. And when he designed the man as husband of his wife, he established the role of the man as a keeper, a caregiver, a cultivator of his wife, of his helper. So God created us in such a way that together they would be better than separate from each other or alone. This is God's project, and this is what should happen. But why is it that many times this doesn't happen in a day-to-day life? First of all, because people nowadays don't have any idea what marriage is. Most of them. People get married because they think they love each other, because they want to leave their parents' house, because they want to have sex, and so on and so forth. A bunch of reasons, but none of them comes close to what God planned. So when they get married, they don't know, the man doesn't know the role he needs to take on. And the woman doesn't know her role either. So the problems start. But when we go back to the beginning, to the moment where marriage was created, note that this is the verse of the Bible, which is the genesis of marriage, the genesis of a couple. It was when God projected marriage. He said, "It is not good for a man to be alone," that he lives alone. I will make him a suitable helper for him. So, for you to understand how marriage should be, and for you to be happy and successful, you have to understand the two roles that are involved in a marriage. The man's role is the role of his wife's protector, caregiver, and cultivator in a different sense. After all, she's not a tree. But a cultivator in the sense of developing her. Because a smart man knows the following: if God gave me a helper, if he gave me a woman to help me, so then the better she is, the more capable she is, the better she's doing, the better I make her life, then she will do more to help me. You're liking this, right? This is intelligence. It's like you who are an employer. A boss knows that the better he trains his employee, the better he treats his employees, his collaborators, the more his business will grow, the more it will grow. So he must invest in his collaborators. So the intelligent man, the intelligent husband understands that he has to take care to cultivate. He has to make sure that she's doing well, perfectly well, so that she can help me in return, help me back. It's like when you take care of your car, washing it, changing the oil, having maintenance done so that it doesn't break down on the highway. Like you take care of the tools or utensils that you work with, whichever they may be. You take care of your work tools because you know you need them. So the intelligent husband knows that he has to take care of his helper, because if not, I won't have her help. She will not be able to help me. And I need her because God said, it is not good for a man to be alone. She has qualities that I don't have. She has a way to see things that I don't have. So I need her. The wise man has this understanding that he needs this helper that God created for him. So he takes care of her so she can help him as much as possible.
So, and still talking about him, right? Because sometimes the impression that we have that the woman has is that a man thinks that she doesn't need help, that she doesn't need to care. And sometimes she even says that. She says, oh, I don't need anyone. Oh, I can do everything by myself. I'm independent. I don't need anyone and all. But she needs, you women who are sincere, you know that you need to be taken care of. And one thing that the woman needs the most with this care isn't, for someone to wash the cup for her. She can do that. She can do that. She knows how to organize her life. It's not that. It's on the side that she has difficulty with, which is her value. A woman has a great difficulty with knowing her value. We live in a society for many and many years that the woman is very devalued. I'm not here talking about feminism, nothing on that. But her herself, she doesn't know her value. She feels as if there's always a competition with every single woman in the world. So she has to be very young. She can't get old. She has to be beautiful, amazing. She needs to have this amazing skin. She has to have hair that shines. She has to be so many things. And you see that a man doesn't have that. The criteria for a man was never like that. But for a woman, it's, so you see it in the commercials. Everything is attacking a woman. Oh, her mouth, her lips start to, fall, her eyes, the white hair. But the man, no, there's no problem. It's the woman. So the woman has a difficulty with this. It's a battle that she needs to fight every single day within inside of her. She feels diminished. She feels inferior. So when her husband, who is intelligent, and my husband is smart, is intelligent, he did this with me. Because I remember that when I married him, I wanted to fix my nose. because everyone that has a nose like mine, they fix it. Nobody can have, their nose going down anymore. They all need to have a perfect nose. So me, I told him, look, I'm thinking about doing something for my nose because I always heard that my nose is horrible. It has a bad shape. And he told me, no, I love your nose. And if you mess with your nose, you're going to mess with your face. I like you like this. And it wasn't just one time, it was many times that he told me that. In order to take out the way I was looking at myself, this wrong way, these wrong eyes that I had with myself. Today, I really don't have a problem with my nose. But why? Because I overcame this. But when I married him, I saw that I had a horrible nose. I think I used to see the nose bigger than it was. The person starts seeing, but this is one thing that he helped me with a lot. I remember the first time that I went to do a meeting. I got the microphone because I've always been very shy. And he said, "No, you're going to be able to do it. You're going to do that meeting, everything's going to go well." And I was, my mind was going blank. And I went and I did the meeting, and I'm never going to forget that he was there in the back with a little sign saying, "You're amazing." And that was so good for me. And it wasn't those things, things that we don't need help with. To organize your house, that's nothing. The thing is how we feel. So when the woman says, "Do you love me? Did you like this dress? What do you think about my hair? What should I do with my hair?" She's asking, for the love of God, help me, take care of me, because I need you to give me this value, because nobody gives it to me. Nobody gives it to me. Women sometimes also don't give that value. They point fingers, they criticize other women. Have you noticed that? Who criticizes women? A woman. You don't see men criticizing women. Or they say, "Oh, her nose. Oh, I didn't like that clothes. Oh, she's overweight." It's women. So it's not easy. It's not easy for you, woman. So that care is this, for you to help her feel good with who she is. I love you. No other woman compares to you. I only have eyes for you. This is to take care of your wife. Look, I recognize how much of a difference you make here in the house. Look, I need you here by my side. This is to take care of her. So it's not to wash the dishes. And sometimes she even tells you to do those things because she wants you to be involved in her world, because sometimes you're completely separate in their own little world. But it's not that. She's able to do it. Now, about a woman, that part of her role.
No. Now we will talk about the helper, why God used these two words to describe the woman. When he said, "I will make a helper suitable for him." You know what suitable means. Helper, you understand. While suitable is able, capable, competent, adequate. The helper that will be exactly what he needs.
That's where the cup, the plate, the things in the house, because the woman, she's able to do many things. God, God created such a helper, right? Because a woman's able to do so many things at one time, but the man is very focused, which is really good. But the woman, she's able to talk on the phone, change a diaper, and even reply to somebody's question who's right next to her. She's able to. So a woman, when she understands her capacity, that a lot of capacity was given to her to be able to do a lot and to really be able to make a difference in a man's life, then when she realizes that she's not going to live in that competition that women are living today.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I honestly, I don't need to do things that many men do to feel good.
Mm-hmm. You go, girl.
And I feel fulfilled. I feel filled because God made me different from Him. I like that He's like that, different from me, that He's focused. I need that as well. But I like as well to be able to be detailed about my sensibility, to be able to see when someone is not okay. He doesn't see. The woman, she can see when the child, I'm seeing that our child is not okay. The husband doesn't even notice. But she has this sensibility. She has a lot of attributes. And I don't see the need for her to actually go into competition against men. But now, today, it seems like we're in a fight against sex. Is who is more, who's able to do more. But if you understand, look, I married to be this suitable helper, then it's because I'm suitable. I'm able to make a difference in his life. So I'm not, questioning things and being in that battle of, if I do this, you have to do that as well. If I do the bed, you have to do it as well. If I wash the dishes, you need to as well. We don't need that. Because we work in harmony. What does he need to do for me, and what do I need to do for him? There are things that I'm able to do. Why am I going to ask him to do it? But many women, they don't understand this, and they think that this lowers them. No, if I wash the dishes, he also needs to do it. Why is it that only I am supposed to wash the dishes? Competition. I wash the dishes because I love my husband. I fix the house when he arrives home because I love him. I love when he arrives home and the house is organized and clean. I don't feel inferior because of that. I don't feel like put down. I don't question in him he's not going to do that for me. I don't need that. I don't need that. I need other things from him. Other things that I can't give myself. But many things I'm able to do. So this doesn't become a problem in our relationship. But many women make it a point to for things that they already do, things that they're able to do quick. But because they don't do it, so they feel, oh no, they feel lower because they're not doing it.
You're a sexist, and so on.
It is trauma of being told what to do, right? Women have this trauma of being told what to do. And truly, the fault does belong to a number of men that treated women like doormats. Feminism was created because of male chauvinism. No doubt about that. Neither of them were God's idea. Neither of them are necessary to those who follow the Word of God. Both are the result of men and women that moved away from God's plan. I don't need to be a part of a machismo movement, and neither does she need to be a part of a feminist movement. We need to look to the beginning. How was the beginning? In the beginning, a man was responsible for a woman. He needed to take care for her. He was a cultivator of a woman. He's not her boss. He is the head in the sense of taking care of her like my head takes care of my body. If someone takes a knife and starts to hurt their own body, what would you think about this person? At the very least, the person has some issues in their mind in trying to hurt their own body. If someone puts his foot on a train track and waits for the train to come by and cut his leg off, at the very least, this person is nutty. Because no head, in its perfect sense, would hurt his own body. So the body, when the Bible says that the man is the head of the wife, it doesn't mean that he is her boss, that he is better than his wife. It means that he is responsible for taking care of her. Like it says there, the full text says, the husband is the head of the wife, comma, as also Christ is the head of the church and gave his life for it. In the Portuguese version, it finishes like this. So the husband's job is to give his own life for her if necessary. If someone comes in here right now shooting at everybody, I have to do this. It is my responsibility to give my life for her. It is the husband's responsibility. Now, her responsibility, in turn, is helping her husband. In other words, what is the compass that guides the wise wife in the right direction according to the Bible? What can I do to help my husband? Because she understands that if we are one flesh and he is doing well, I will be doing well. Like I understand that if Cristiane is doing well, I will be too. This is how marriage works. If she is not okay, I get worried. I think to myself, what's going on? I have to do, she has to be okay for me. If she's good, I'm good. Because if she's doing well, I know she would take care of me and she will make everything better. But if she's not doing well, I get worried. And the same thing goes with her. So, to be the helper doesn't mean that you are inferior. It means that you fulfill the role that God designed so that both of you will grow together as one. We are all one. It's not possible to be either greater or lesser, because how can you be bigger than yourself? It's not possible. So all this competition, rivalry, hostility, this incorrect way of looking at each other, the husband looks at his wife and says, you're money hungry, all you want is money, women are like this, or women are like that, women are annoying. This way of looking at women, or women looking at men and saying, he's not the boss of me. I'll show him that here everything must be the same rights, you have to split everything, half and half. This competitive manner of behaving almost as if the person is your adversary. This is terrible. It's like poison to a marriage. Poison to your marriage. Because you don't love this person next to you. You resent them. This is the ugly truth. There are many husbands here, many wives here that resent their husband. And you resent your spouse because you don't understand the role that God created for you. You don't see yourself as her caregiver, and you, wife, don't see yourself as his aide, his helper. No. Your relationship is now based on mistrust. On mistrust. What will he take from me? What? Look, he's not going to be here forever. She's not going to stick around. So I can't surrender myself completely. I can't trust him completely. So it is a relationship between adversaries of mistrust, all about keeping your cards hidden to yourself and not being open and not giving yourself completely. No marriage can last like this. You can be together for a while, then a while longer, but you won't be together forever. As long as you keep in the dark and refuse to see yourselves in the role God designed, the husband as caregiver and cultivator, and the wife as a suitable helper for him. But this doesn't come ready-made. Okay? You don't get married and boom. The next day, you are already the suitable helper to your husband. Nor is a man already the cultivator for his wife. No. You have to develop yourselves. You have to learn how to do that. Because especially nowadays that people get into marriage full of pain, full of negative baggage, wrong thoughts, wrong ideas about marriage, it is not automatic. So that is why you need to reprogram yourself and look back and understand the original plan.
This is the secret of all the happy couples that I know. Starting with my mother, my father, me, and Renato. It's a partnership. We're not competing. We don't have that thing of my money, his money. It's our money. Our life. It's our house, our son. Everything is ours. There's nothing mine or his. And because we live in this partnership, we don't have problems in sacrificing for each other. Sometimes the person doesn't understand when we talk about sacrificing. They think that, oh, I have to feel excluded. No, I don't feel left out or anything. My mother, she doesn't do meetings here. My mother, you don't see her. She's always sitting, participating of my father's meeting, but my father can't live without my mother. Her importance, the importance that he gives to her, is not in the career that she has and the money that she brings to the house. No, it's not in that. It's who she is to him. When you remove those things, you have the importance that you wanted when you married. So I'm not, you don't see me as a way to earn more money. You see me as your partner, as your wife. And these things that people have done, they've brought other things, bad things into their marriage. And sometimes you're so far from the original creation that you start looking at us and you see that's fake. That doesn't exist. It's easy for you to say.
It's easy for you to say that.
Renato, for 12 years, was not a cultivator.
It's easy for you to say, Cristiane, because you have a husband like Renato. It's easy for you to say, Renato, because you have a wife like Cristiane. No, we have heard all that. I'm saying because we hear this all the time. It is easy for you to look at our marriage now, right? We are celebrating 30 years of marriage this year. You look at our marriage today, how we are well adjusted, and say, they have a perfect marriage. You think we are perfect? No, we are not perfect. In fact, we have talked about our mistakes many times. But if we've arrived at where we are now, it is because we made mistakes and learned it in the hard way. We're telling you that you can build a marriage like this. But it was not like this for the first 12 years. It was not like this. And it was this adversary outlook. She will not break me. Every time she demanded something from me, I said she's trying to change me. I will show her that she cannot change me. She will not break me. I used to say that to myself. She will not change me. I had this in my mind. I used to tell her, this is who I am. You met me like this. I was the adversary. And she wanted to help me. She wanted to make me better. She was trying to be a helper. God was using the helper to help me, to show me where I was failing. But I was resisting. Dumb. I was not helping. I was not taking care of her. And she was trying to help me and I was resisting. So we know that when people look at something that's been completed, they say, yeah, right, that's impossible. But no, it doesn't come ready. We built it. Someone had to take the first step. She changed first and then I change. So sometimes you can also say very common complaints. Oh, but my husband doesn't help me. My wife is not here. You don't know my husband. If I'm the only one who wants to change, it's not going to work. Both must change. No. Change is contagious. One can influence the other to change. Be the first to change. Be the first to fulfill the role, even if your spouse is not on board. How can you demand from your spouse if you're not doing your part? Show your spouse how it should be done through your actions. Show him. Don't demand. Demonstrate. Give the example. Be the role model. And believe that God will use your demonstration, your example, to talk to the other and not put your words, the ones you've been repeating for years with no results. Put your part into practice first. Understand? So it's not about what you want. It's what the other needs. It is what you need to do to fulfill your role. This is my role, the one that God gave me, so I will do it. I will live the role. I will fulfill my role and do the best I can. Help me, Lord. So, you wife, if I were in your shoes, your wife who has a husband who's hard-headed, I would, by my faith, I would say, oh my God, you are saying that I have to be his helper, a capable helper to this man, to this ogre here at my side. This man that doesn't help me with anything, that just gets in my way and makes me sad. Lord, I will do this for the love of you, not because he deserves it, but because you said I will obey. Do that. At least by faith, even if he doesn't deserve it, because God said and you believe, so put this into practice. Same thing for the husbands. I'm going to take care of my wife. I will be her protector, her cultivator. I will be patient with her. I will give her my best to make her the best helper I could have, even if she doesn't help me with anything just yet. Do this through your faith in God and let him take care of the rest. Amen. I really doubt that God will not break the other person's hearts.
And the single as well need to understand this, right? Because you can already start, before choosing the person, because sometimes you like someone and you're probably even dating them, but they don't have this vision, which is a person that already when they're dating, they show that they don't care much about you. They don't want a partnership. They don't need anyone. If you know that marriage works through partnership, so you need to choose someone who's going to be your partner, a person who's going to fit in,
that will take on the role,
to fit in this role. So if you have this role, if you know your role and you know how to choose someone who has understanding about this,